On this episode, we review our latest trip, including an annual pass holder merchandise event, a stay at Marriott Village, lunch at Shiki-Sai, journey of water, and so much more. Today is October 3rd, 2023. This is episode 605 of the Main Street Magic Podcast.
Jeremy and Rhonda are more than a little fond of Disney World, so they made this podcast to share it all with you. Reports and resorts, top 10 lists of all sorts. Main Street Magic's bringing it home for you.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Main Street Magic. I'm your host, Jeremy Stein, and I'm joined by my lovely wife, Rhonda.
Hey, guys.
Make sure you check us out on the web at mainstmagic.com, as well as follow on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at mainstmagic. If you've not done so already, head out to Facebook and search for the Main Street Magic community and ask to join. Then if you go ahead and hit that subscribe button, you get brand new episodes every Tuesday and Friday. If you were planning a trip to Disneyland or Walt Disney World, you did not get the ADRs that you wanted, but you still want to have a chance, go ahead and check out Mouse Dining, because they remove the frustration of booking Disney dining reservations, alerting you when they spot availability for your desired restaurant, date, meal, and time. And yes, it really does work. Visit msmfriends.com to use this free service.
So today we are doing part 2 of our trip when we had all the food and wine. That was last episode. And now we're just going to talk about our weekend that we had. It was homecoming for Kaylin, and she told us the wrong date for homecoming. So we were going Friday, and then we weren't going Friday, and then we were back going Friday. So, on our way down there, we dropped the kids off as always and headed down there. And Jeremy, there was this AP merchandise event that I had no idea, and I sent to him, and I'm like, "What's this?" So he's like, "Yeah, we'll try this weekend." He's like, "It's a virtual queue." So here was what was super cool. We're headed down to Disney, which would take a couple of hours. Virtual queue started at 8 a.m. Jeremy got it. He did. You want to explain it? It was the old school.
Yeah, it's the old system for this virtual queue. And then we'll mention this again actually later when we talk about Journey of Water. So if you remember the old system of virtual queue, when it first kicked off basically with Rise of the Resistance,
right?
You would go in and you would go, and this is why so many people used to miss it, is you literally would go in and you would say join virtual queue at 7 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
After that, it had you confirm your party. So it only would select you as the My Disney Experience owner.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else in your family and friends, you would scroll, you would frantically select them, you would click continue, then it would let you join with those people. Here's what would happen. You would see join virtual queue. It would say estimated wait time, 30 minutes. You would then confirm your party. Then the wait time was 90 minutes, 120 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
They started to change in the next, iteration of it, where you still said join virtual queue. It had you confirm your party, but it auto-selected anybody with park reservations for that day. It was still an extra step to make sure things were cool. You would hit continue. Still sometimes missed it or got delayed. It didn't hold on to it. The newest way, which is confirm your party prior.
Yeah.
So as soon as you hit join, you're good to go.
Yep.
So this was using that older system where you had to confirm your party. So 8 o'clock, I'm like, it's Rhonda and I. This is cool. We're in her account. I say join virtual queue. It says 90-minute wait, which was cool. We still had an hour left in our trip.
Mm-hmm.
I say, great. Got it. Nope. Confirm party. I got to scroll through our 40, 50 friends and family in our My Disney Experience, find my name, add it. By the time I hit join, we're now at 260 minutes, I believe. So still, it's like, it's okay. So we're heading down and we're going, all right, well, maybe they'll start calling them early.
Yeah. It didn't start or open till 10 a.m.
Right. So they do not start calling groups till 10 a.m., which means they do not know how many people are coming.
Correct.
So they never update your wait time until 10 a.m.
Right.
Long story short, by the time we arrived, we didn't have long. We stopped at Disney Springs.
Yes.
We went to World of Disney. We walked around for 20 minutes. Group was called.
Yep.
We were off to Wide World of Sports.
Yes. Yeah. And then, we parked and got in a line, and it's kind of like another queue basically, but it's a moving one. So yeah, and then we got in and started looking, and I would say we did really good.
Not buying too much,
but also buying what we wanted.
Yeah.
This
was pandemonium in a really good way. It was actually super duper organized.
It was.
If somebody picked you up and just dropped you into the middle of it with not knowing any knowledge, you would freak out because it would seem like it was, again, pandemonium. But it was actually super organized and well done.
People were nice. My only downfall, and then you can talk about some of the stuff we got, or my only thing about it that I didn't care for was they're just bringing in pallets of stuff, right? Yeah.
Just pallet after pallet.
There was.
But they had it sectioned in general, like here's home goods, here's apparel, here's whatever else, Star Wars, here's Marvel. But you would go by one aisle and see just say a specific item, you'd go 3 more over and see it again. They were not combining everything. Also, the actual organization of individual pallets was like somebody dropped it off and then somebody else came in and then they all just picked everything up and they just threw it everywhere they could find. And then when it landed, they kicked it.
No, I think what happened was they were trying, like with apparel on the outside of the box, they were writing S's for smalls. I think there tried to be like on the Crocs.
Yeah.
There tried to be like, okay, men's 15 to or whatever. And
I'm really only kidding. This is not on cast members and organization.
Yeah.
This is the annual pass holders coming through and just grabbing stuff out of boxes and throwing it everywhere.
Because there's so much, and they're like thinking, oh, well, if I keep going through all this, it's going to be a medium, a large, extra large. No, unfortunately. So then they just look, and they just would.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to think of
There's
a regular.
no other way to do it.
It's
honestly.
not, and you got to think of an apparel store. And then at this point, when they're like, well, I'm looking for a large, and they're all just stupid smalls or extra smalls.
I only said that twice.
I get that.
Twice.
Like, I'm sad. So I'm sad
what did
but
we learn
frustrated.
About, what did we
so
learn
then,
about
I'm
sizing?
throwing it everywhere.
What did we learn about sizing? What is available?
Well, it was kind of good for me because there was smalls. But we did go past. They had the Jack Skellington jacket, which is still on Shop Disney right now.
On sale
for $50, and Jeremy got it for $20, and it was his size.
Yeah.
So
but
this
most
was
of
amazing.
Most of the larger sizes were gone.
Yeah. Because they had the pumpkin Mickey one, and now I'm a little regretting it because again, it was $20, and I could have worn that.
Yeah.
I think Kaylin might have actually worn it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, they're just.
It was one of those things. It's kind of like going to any place like a Kohl's, a TJ Maxx, a Ross. If there's something you're looking for, this is ideal if you find it. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Like, for example, the Haunted Mansion decanter.
Yes.
I was looking for that. $60 normally. It was $16, brand new. Like, that's something that I was looking for. We were looking for, just say, your Pandora, whatever it may be. We didn't know we were looking for the Jack Skellington jacket, but I had been looking. Like, if it was a place you just wanted to wander around and see what the deals were and just pick up anything you wanted, pretty good. If you're specifically looking for items, there wasn't as much.
Yeah,
but we found some stuff we loved.
Yeah,
like, it was all over the place.
I kind of expected like quite a few ears, possibly.
Yeah,
there was none
were few and far between.
Those, and if they were like Marvel, like
lots
Thor.
of 50th merch.
Yeah,
I mean, those velour black whatever jumpsuits.
Oh yeah,
were plentiful.
Yeah, and were you looking? Did they have your size? Were you just not?
I didn't bother looking.
Oh, okay.
I can't pull that off. Adam can. He has one.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot do it.
So fun.
But yeah, it was overall. It was one of those things where I think if we had gone through and not bought a single item, it was like this was neat to experience. And again, everybody was super respectful. It was
bought something
at one point. Okay, they were selling, and this is where It's crazy. All right, so Disney, for example. Okay, let's go back to the velour jumpsuits or whatever.
Okay.
The 50th, the black ones with the gray striping. Right?
So, gold.
Gold. I mean, they're selling those originally for the 50th for 18 months for what? $60, $75 a
That
piece.
people paid for.
Right? The people paid for.
Right.
They're now selling them at like $20, $25 each, and they're probably still making a profit, but they way over ordered on everything that was extra small to maybe medium.
Yeah.
Popcorn bucket fiascos of Figment. Initiated virtual queues after that for things like Mr. Toad's Wild Ride popcorn bucket.
Mm-hmm.
We are there and the DJ is spouting off. Come up now, get a Mr. Toad's bucket for $5.
Yep.
In fact, if you do it in the next 30 minutes, it is buy one, get one free.
Yep. So $2.50.
Yeah. $2.50.
$2.50 each.
I mean, it's interesting. And you know, there was still money to be made.
Oh, I'm
Disney.
sure.
We did find some cool stuff, though. Like, we got some of the ornaments from the 50th,
Mm-hmm.
specifically Stitch, Tinkerbell,
Yep.
which was super cool in Orangeburg. The most random Stitch bottle opener on a surfboard.
Yeah.
It is the coolest thing I've ever
I
seen.
know.
I'll have to remember to post a picture of it.
I don't know where it was, just laying there, and I picked
We
it
never
up
saw
and
any.
No,
and
we
Rhonda
didn't.
is looking at something else, and it was just laying, and she's like, "Is this for sale?"
I
We will
took
get
it.
So anyway, a lot about the AP merchandise event, but from here we headed to Epcot.
Yep.
Before we're going to meet up with Chuck and Allie, we got our Oswald annual pass holder
super cute.
magnet. It's super duper cute.
Yep.
That system is working better and better, I think,
Yeah.
where they scan you in and you go through creations. It wasn't too crazy when we were there. Then we got to experience on its opening day,
Okay.
soaring over California
Yes.
for a limited time. We don't know how long, is replacing Soaring Around the World.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think of it?
I don't.
We've done it before.
We have.
I believe it was
I don't
2016 that they brought in Soaring Around the World.
Okay.
So I'm sure that we've done it prior,
I guess so.
because I do remember the Orange Groves.
Yeah.
So we have done it before.
Okay. I've never been to California. I don't live there, so I love Kat and Jossie and everybody. But because I've seen both of them, I like Over the World better because of the transitions and the different smells. Don't get me wrong, I love California and I thought it was really cool and I enjoyed it. But I just like the other one.
I agree. California is beautiful. The vast differences in landscaping and just everything. I mean, everything from mountains to snow to the ocean to, I mean, it's beautiful. The Orange Grove, it's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
It's stunning. Like, this is like California tourism. This should just be the video.
Yeah.
And it makes me want to go to California.
Yeah.
It doesn't make me want to soar over California as much as I'd rather soar around the world.
Yeah.
And I know that soaring
Makes
around
sense.
the world is heavy CGI driven.
Mm-hmm.
And I know it's very dependent on the seat, on if you get a straight or very wonky Eiffel Tower. But I do think it's just a better overall experience for the two of them.
Yeah.
I get California is OG.
Yes.
A lot of people love it. Won't disagree. We just preferred around the world, right?
Mhm. We did. And that doesn't mean that we don't hate it or anything.
No, we'll
It
do
was
it
just-
again.
Yeah.
Do it again next
Yep.
weekend. I do love the smells.
Yeah.
Of the groves. Like, that is amazing. Also, the other thing, Rod was saying, there's no transitions. Also, the scenes to me were super quick. They pack twice as many scenes in,
Yeah.
where by the time you start to feel
California's
like,
large.
well, yeah, but by the time you start to enjoy it or get immersed in it, they're like, next one.
Yeah.
So anyway, we kind of stuck around for Epcot forever that night, but we were like, we're ready to roll. We met up for our wonderful cast member friend's Tony's birthday.
Yeah. But first, when we were watching it, I don't know. It just wasn't great.
It's not the best.
And then we didn't want to get stuck.
Right.
So we just started walking and watching.
Yeah. And I mean, anybody who complained about Harmonious forgot about Epcot Forever.
I completely agree
Honestly,
with you.
I mean,
I completely agree.
and it's one of those things. It's like, it's like comparing any show to some of the best. Like, you can't compare Epcot Forever to Illuminations,
Right.
right? Epcot Forever was a great show. It was not a great show to follow Illuminations.
Right.
It's not a great show to bring back after Harmonious,
Mm.
which people had gripes about.
Mm-hmm.
Now with Illuminous coming, we'll see how much it can probably show up Epcot Forever. Again, now I think Illuminous can be made. Maybe that's why they did it. Like, Illuminous is going to be better than Harmonious, but we're not sure how much better. Let's bring back Epcot Forever, which we know people didn't really love, to make Illuminous look so much better. I cracked the code.
Okay.
I did it. All right.
Okay.
So anyway, we headed back to the room for that weekend. We had met up with Chuck and Allie and all.
Oh, yeah.
We were all crashing together for the weekend, and we were going to stay in the Marriott Village area.
Yes.
That is right off Vineland, near the outlets in the Character Warehouse, right across I-4 from Disney Springs. They have a Courtyard, they have a Spring Hill Suites, and they have a Fairfield Inn.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this really is like a village area. It's a combined 3 hotel, all owned by Marriott location. That includes 1,100 rooms.
Wow.
3 outdoor and indoor swimming pools.
Okay.
4 jacuzzis. 3 splash pads. And a partridge in a 24-hour fitness center, complimentary shuttle, and a village food hall with mobile dining.
Oh, wow.
So a lot of the prices amongst the 3 of them, they're all going to have different layouts. They're going to have a couple different amenities within, and pricing can run anywhere from just say low hundreds up into the 200s. You can reach out to mainstmagictravel.com. They can book you here.
Yes.
It's a wonderful location.
Yeah, it was.
We ended up at the Fairfield Inn. What did you just think overall? We don't have to spend a lot of time on this because I'm really focused on location.
Yeah, we've been in Fairfields before.
Yeah.
This one did serve breakfast, and there was a sign outside because the Courtyard was right there. There was a sign saying "Stop if you're not a Fairfield Inn."
Courtyard wasn't doing it.
No, Courtyard was not.
Nope.
But they did have a cool bar, and we were supposed to go over there. We never did.
They had Hocus Pocus themed drinks.
They did. They had a bourbon and then a teeny. So I don't know. Allie and I we were supposed to, and it just never happened. But that's okay. But it was a great place. I would stay here again.
Yeah.
It's not a bad Uber ride.
No.
It's not a bad drive.
Yeah.
So
there's plenty going on.
Yep.
Price is right. You can
Yep.
even get some family suites that include bunk beds amongst the different 3 hotels.
Oh.
So we would definitely go back here.
Yeah.
I think.
100%.
And again, location awesome.
Yeah.
And the breakfast was good.
yes, it was.
It was very good.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move on to Shiki-Sai Sushi Izakawa. So we were Saturday morning, hop in the car with Chuck and Allie. We're going to head to Epcot. And we're like, what are we going to do today? Like, what are we really doing? We had to Give Kids the World event that evening.
Yes.
So like, are we going to hit more food booths? And Chuck was like, how'd you guys get on content yesterday? I was like, man, we really got a lot. Like, we, maybe today we can kind of like chill. And so I just started looking through reservations on My Disney Experience, and Shiki-Sai came up for 12:40 p.m. for lunch. I was like, you guys want to do it? Everybody said yes. Let's do it.
Yes.
So we booked 12:40. Went ahead to Shiki-Sai over there in Japan. Let's talk about, so this is Asian Japanese sushi. This is brand new. It took over Tokyo Dining.
Yes.
It's right there next to Teppanedo.
Yes.
You come up the same stairwell.
Yes.
Teppanedo's to your right, and then you have I'll never get the name right. What did I say?
Shiki-Sai?
Shiki-Sai, thank you.
I hope you're
Shiki-Sai
saying it
to the
right.
right. I'm probably not. What do you think of the atmosphere, getting seated, like
Oh, it's beautiful. It's
everything?
neat. I really liked it. I think I forgot Teppanedo was over like that. I don't remember ever going up and like not seeing that side, but maybe there was walls up or whatever. But anyways, it was great. It was neat going in there, and it was very beautiful and very comfortable though.
Yeah.
Like I felt like it was a little uppity, but comfortable still.
Yeah, very high class
Yeah.
sushi restaurant, I think.
Yeah.
And it was not very busy.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty quiet. which I loved.
Yes.
And yeah, it did. It had this fancy feel without being like uncomfortable.
Right.
So they have a very full menu of nigiri, tons of different ones, sashimi, sushi combinations. They have a bunch of chef specials, including the boat presentation for $300, right?
Yeah.
You've got a whole bunch of different rolls. You have different starters and appetizers, classics from the grill, like almost kind of teppanyaki hibachi style. You have rice and noodles, desserts. I mean, there is so much you can do here. So we're looking around and we looked at the hashi, which is for 2 to 4 people. This is from the chef specials, and this is the bridge presentation.
Yes.
Which is featuring an assortment of sushi and sashimi for $100.
Yes.
Let's get to that in a minute because we ordered that. And then we're like, are there some other things you want to try around it? What is actually the first thing that Allie wanted when she saw it on the menu?
Some clams.
Sakamushi clam.
Okay. They are steamed clams in a sake infused broth for $18. And by the way, the bridge, when we get to that, everything was gluten-free, which was awesome.
Yeah, actually, why don't you talk? I'm sorry, I skipped ahead. Why don't you talk about the allergy, the gluten, and the service?
Yeah, that was the service was just amazing. It was super cute. We had the cutest waitress, and I love how they're from Japan, and they tell us where from Japan, and she bowed to us, and she kept doing it. That I was like, I felt like, should I don't want to disrespect. I love that they were so cute, and it was just amazing. And so very just authentic all around.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, we said one allergy, which is gluten. So the manager came out and talked to Allie. And then, what's really cool is they only need to take out, they give her special soy sauce and then take out a sauce.
Yeah, the eel sauce, I believe. They're like, we can serve this on the side. It was just
so good.
We've sat with and dealt with a lot of different things where we've done either allergies or food sensitivities, or even when I was like, hey, I'm gonna eat vegan for a couple months and see what it's like.
Yep.
Disney's always been so incredible at it.
Yeah.
This just was like double, triple check. Let's make sure everything is good. If there's any questions they're not sure of, they would go back, ask the chef. The service here was impeccable, and it's some of the best service like I think we've had anywhere on Disney property. It was so attentive.
It was neat.
In explaining everything, down to getting drinks and certain items on the meal where they gave you coasters that were based around the seasons.
That was cool.
That they explained to you in the Japanese culture, and just
it
was awesome.
Yeah.
So the sakamushi clam.
Yes.
Let's get back to that item.
Yeah. So we got that. We also got a Japanese potato salad and a dragon roll. The Japanese potato salad is with crispy bacon, smoked daikon, and sweet red bean paste for $8. And then the dragon roll was barbecue, freshwater eel, avocado, and shrimp tempura for $28. Now, this was not gluten-free, but Allie was like, I don't want any. It's fine.
But even then, once it was ordered and they went through every other item, they reiterated, like, you do understand this one is not gluten-free and you're okay with that? And she's like, yes, I'm not going to plan to have any. And they're like, okay, we just wanted to make sure.
And they also said that the way this is going to come out, it's not going to come out when it's going to come out when it's ready, just like tapas and stuff.
Yep.
Yes. So, but it actually happened to come out all very quickly and around the same time. So, we started with the potato salad and y'all ate the clams. I didn't eat any, but we did get some, we'll jump ahead and tell you, we got some rice at the end, and because I had some shrimp sauce that they got for me, or yum yum sauce, whatever they call it. And I was like, well, I paid for it. I kind of don't want it to go to waste. And the sushi rice was fantastic. So we got some rice. Well, the clam juice, y'all poured it in, and I tasted that, and it was that juice it was in. And I know you and Allie love the clams so much.
Holy moly, these were delicious. It was this incredible, like, again, sake infused, almost miso broth, like a big soup bowl filled with these little beautifully cooked clams that packed so much flavor. I swear, I felt like there were 24 clams in this bowl. There
Yeah,
were
I'll have
so
a lot
many.
in there. Mm-hmm.
Like, we thought we were done, and we're still like, there's more in the broth, and like, we should drink the broth. Let's put the broth on the rice. It was outstanding.
Yeah.
Like, I'd go back just for this.
Yeah, nice.
Sit at the sushi bar, which there is a wraparound sushi bar.
Yeah, that's
Be
super
like,
cool.
give me this.
Yeah.
How was the Japanese potato salad? I'd never heard of that, and I just didn't try it.
It was really good, but to me it tasted like potato salad. I guess maybe the Japanese part to me was the sweet red bean paste, and Allie was like, you don't need too much. And when I took that bite, I was like, oh, okay, I kind of get it now. But I felt like just the potato salad itself was just
Traditional
good.
to like American
Yeah,
potato
I think-
salad,
I
or did it
think
have
so.
any sort of like
I don't
ginger
know.
flavors or
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Would you
was
get
just
it
real-
again?
Yeah,
Let's
I
say
would.
that. You would
because
okay.
I liked
Awesome.
it. Yeah.
Let's talk dragon roll, which is our only individual roll that we ordered.
Yep.
And it is covered with a seawater beast.
An eel.
Yes.
Yes.
But
But it was barbecued.
it was barbecued. And again, this is why we give you our opinions and our honest opinions. I'm just such a sight
person
person
I was
and a
too at this
texture
point.
person. And this is literally, I mean, it is an avocado and shrimp tempura traditional roll,
Mhm.
surrounded in your seaweed and rice.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Yep.
Love it. Then laid on top of it is a long sliver of barbecued eel with the tail piece wrapping around. And of course, it's all individually sliced into rolls.
Yeah.
But it's that layer over top. You know, it's that layer of the eel
Yeah.
over top of the roll. But the tail is just like, howdy doody, sir. How are you today? You're going to look at me and take your mind off the rest that's going on.
Did you not eat many of those?
No, I still had like two or they were delicious.
Because
They were delicious.
when they're cut,
It's a little bit
it's
easier to
so-
stomach,
yes.
except when you just see the tail and it's curved like a U.
you know it's a
my
sea
brain-
snake, right?
That's exactly all I can think about.
Sorry.
It is a danger noodle of the sea,
It is.
and
They don't have legs.
they shouldn't be. I don't even know if they even have fins. They have those two little weird ones in the
I
front, don't they?
know.
Right behind their
I don't
head,
know.
and their beady their wee beady eyes. I don't trust them. And have you seen The Little Mermaid? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but
And they
have
you
you
ever
seen
seen-
real ones?
no, yeah, they're usually swimming through skulls, like the eye sockets.
Yeah.
Every time you see one in an aquarium, it's swimming through some sort of dead body. That's what they do. Why would you want to eat it? Why would you want to see its tail? We don't need that part. Next time I want to be like, can we get its sans tail? Can you 86 the tail? But it was good.
It was. It was very good.
Let's talk about the hashi.
But we did pull that off
Yes.
and not eat that.
Let's talk about the hashi for 2 to 4, which is the Brid's presentation. This is featuring an assortment of sushi and sashimi, but is also featuring a lot of nigiri. So again, just being a sight and texture person, this is heavy on the nigiri and the sashimi.
Okay.
As far as like sushi rolls go, there was a cucumber roll,
Mm-hmm. That I
4
think was
small
just
pieces,
cucumber.
Yeah.
That's
and
it.
then there was a spicy tuna roll,
That was good.
which were 4 small pieces. Then as we go around the rest of the actual bridge, we had let's see, it's and I apologize real quick. So sashimi is the straight up raw fish, and then nigiri is the raw fish on top of the rice. So what we had was basically we had 2 shrimp cooked, obviously, on top of rice, so nigiri. We had 2 scallop, which are technically raw, which were nigiri.
Mm-hmm.
We then, I want to say, had like 2 pieces of yellowtail nigiri,
I think so.
2 pieces of salmon nigiri. Then we had the sashimi. We had about 4 pieces of probably tuna. We had maybe 2 to 4 pieces of additional yellowtail. So it was very heavy on the sashimi and nigiri, which again, I don't think is not our preference.
I was fine.
It was all as fresh and
Yeah.
delicious as you could possibly imagine.
Yeah. It
Don't
was
you agree?
fantastic. Yes.
Even though I wouldn't choose this again based on the fact that I
Well-
like rolls more.
Right.
This
you
was
wouldn't, but I
unbelievably
was very
delicious,
happy
yeah.
with it. Because I like the raw fish.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I'll never forget when we were in the Keys and Danny caught a fish. He cut it, literally washed it off in this
Saltwater.
Saltwater.
We ate it.
and we ate it, and it was. I mean, it was
Yeah.
it was amazing.
It's the most Florida thing that's ever been said on this podcast in over 600 episodes.
But it was super cool. And I don't remember the fish, if it was yellowtail or what, but still the point is, you know, it was fantastic.
Yeah.
And this was, I mean, that's what I imagined when I saw it.
Yeah.
That they were unfortunately just swimming in a tank and he just pulled it out.
I mean, honestly, that's how
amazing it was, which was good.
Yeah. Presentation
was really cool.
beautiful.
But there was an entire eel filleted. So there's two pieces.
Lake snake.
Yeah.
Are they lake snakes? Well, they're not in the lake. They're pretty sure they're in salt water.
Yeah.
I bet they're in fresh water. Swimming through skulls
I don't
left
know,
and right.
man. But
Why are all these skulls in these aquariums?
I don't know. Because people drowned and then that's what
In
happens.
the aquarium.
No.
Somebody was
in
saying
the,
at one point.
In the ocean.
I'm pretty sure there was a skull in the aquarium when we sat at T-Rex at the bar.
Possibly.
So you're not thinking at some point there's like wait staff that's like, hey, somebody's drowning in there. We should probably save them. Hey, no, you know what? Actually bringing in some eels in next week. We could go for a fresh skull.
Oh my gosh. Well, first of all, do you
It's
know
Halloween.
how long?
It's October now.
Do you know how long it would take for it to be a skull?
I assume piranhas are eating or cleaning it, and then they're like calling their eel buddies, like, come over, we got a fresh one for you. Why don't you live it
Lord.
and only pop out of an eye socket every once in a while when Jeremy's not expecting it. So I don't go to aquariums a lot.
Okay, anyway, so this was, and I don't think any of us ate it.
You did hold it against your face.
I was playing with it
You
at
did.
the end of.
I tried it.
You did?
I did. Not for me.
Okay.
It's honestly, it's very fishy. Beyond its look, it's a very flaky whitefish. It just, to me, it tasted a little bit fishy when you compared it to everything else. Blind taste test, I think I would have thought the same if I had,
seen it laying out.
At
there
this
like
point, I
that.
wish they would just serve it coming out of a skull. I
Oh,
want to make that
okay.
recommendation. No, but overall thoughts. Would you go back?
Oh, absolutely.
Heartbeat.
100%. I would, and
we
I'd
had
get
so
some
much
rolls,
fun with
and
Like, we had a blast.
we did. We
Yeah.
had some drinks.
Yep.
I made my own up, basically.
Yeah, with their sake lemonade.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it's their violet lemonade
Yes.
that you were able to add vodka to.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was
Yeah.
fantastic.
And then I had some sort of milky, creamy sake in a can. And if you're wondering how that tastes, just let me repeat, milky, creamy sake in a can. That's exactly how it tasted.
Allie said it tasted straight up like gasoline.
Yeah, it was like opening a can of turpentine. But Allie and I toughed it out, and we made sure to take advantage of it to give you a full review.
Yeah.
And that review is do not get it.
She even read and said it should be like it'd be better mixed with something. I think.
Yeah.
Would you agree with that? Like if you could mix it with something, it would have been.
Like freshwater eel juice. Might as well step it up a notch. We're not. This isn't hosted by Johnny Knoxville. Let's just say. Let's talk. Sunday morning, we headed for the first day of annual pass holder preview of Journey of Water, inspired by Moana herself at Epcot.
Yes.
Also, is going to use a virtual queue,
Well,
whether they decide to tell you ahead of time or not.
I just started to say, wait a minute, we didn't know. We actually
knew.
Right. Well, we actually were getting over there to get the swirl. Well, we were gonna. I think
We're going to hit Journey of Water first, and then we're going to go say,
Well-
hey, let's get some swirling showcase and stuff like that after.
I can't. Well, we left and then we were meeting Allie and Chuck
Mhm.
over there. Because we were both going home that day. And then that's okay. That's what it was. We were ready. I had my coffee. We were headed over there and found out that it was a virtual queue, and then that's when we had a 90-minute wait.
Yeah. Which was fine. We just wish we had known prior.
It was just hard because like I said a couple episodes ago, that Lacey was sick and I just wanted to get home to my babies. So I was like stressing because I didn't want to spend there all day. So yeah, it was frustrating that we didn't know. We got in a virtual queue. So then we were like, well, all right, let's go over. And then we were getting hungry because I thought I was going to go do a Moana, eat some cake, and then go home.
And go home, yeah.
So then we're getting hungry. So that's when we went to a few of our favorite festivals, booths. And then finally we were called, which was wonderful. We ran into our good friend Ashton.
Yep. Met our new friend Corey.
Yep. Super cool. That was,
I got to hang out with them. With Chuck and Allie, the 6 of us.
It was so fun.
We had a blast walking through here.
We really did.
This is such an incredible addition.
It is.
To any park.
Yes. 100%.
They are working this into the whole, world nature area of Epcot now, that it fits very well. It was hard to not walk through it and feel like you were in Animal Kingdom. And that has nothing to do with like storyline or if Moana belongs in Animal Kingdom, simply with the feel of it, right?
Yeah, 100%.
So what did you think of this walk through? Wet,
I thought it was
dry,
amazing.
Water, interactive, Moana,
it was incredible. It was fun because it's nice that there is a dry path, as they call it. So you really kind of don't have to get wet. I think the hard part that was at the very end, because there was dry paths, but this one, I mean, I think you're going to
might get splashed,
a little bit wet. So if you're a person that for some reason doesn't want to get a drop on you,
like you're the Wicked Witch of the East,
I'm assuming,
would not recommend you go through this attraction.
But there is a place just to kind of let you know. But I loved that there was dry and then wet, and that was super fun. So what'd you think? I mean,
everything's interactive.
Yeah.
All these water features, and not to like spoil anything, but there's parts where just imagine, the breaking of the waves coming against the rock in the seashore, and you get to control not only by yourself, but with groups of people, how that happens.
Yeah.
How big is that wave? There is an area that is like almost a waterfall that you can walk through, and it parts.
Yep.
Like in a movie, there are all these incredible features, and the rock work and the landscaping is so beautiful.
Yeah.
That there are Easter eggs everywhere.
Yes.
Like
so
we doubled back.
We did.
With Ashton to find the representation of Grandma.
Yes. And it's super cool because I'm excited to go at night. This was obviously bright and a very warm day, but it was beautiful, and I'm excited for night.
If they could put something like this in every park, it is such a reprieve from your hot Florida summer days.
Yep.
I thought it was amazing. It was so much more than I expected. And what I also thought was super impressive was if you go back to opening of Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, this was the time that D'Amaro was I can't remember his exact title. It might have just been like vice president of parks, but walked out of Mickey and Minnie's on opening day, and Josh D'Amaro's standing there, and he's greeting guests and saying, "What did you think? Whatever." So we're walking through Journey of Water, and I look over and I see Kartika Rodriguez, who is the vice president now of Epcot.
Wow.
And she is just there walking through. She's greeting guests. She has the little trash picker-upper thing, and just very unassuming. I saw her, I can't remember if it was last year or a year before last, on a panel at IAPA convention.
Okay.
And I was so blown away by her. She's so intelligent. She's super personable. She cares about the guests, and she was there in the middle of Journey of Water on this first annual pass holder day, just walking through. And so I stopped real quick and just said, "Hey, this is amazing. We're loving it. And I think it's incredible that you're out here." And she's just super cool and thankful. And I just thought that was super impressive.
That's neat.
That she was there just walking amongst everybody else, because she's very much more unassuming than a D'Amaro or an Iger who are plastered everywhere.
Yeah.
But she's absolutely killing it in everything that she's doing. So
yes.
That will wrap up our weekend.
Yeah.
We're a little ahead of the game. because at this point we're now recording 2 episodes on Thursday, and for this one that's coming out on Tuesday now, because we were headed to see my parents.
Yeah.
And we're starting our Blue October tour.
Mhm.
3 shows in 8 days, 3 cities, which will be super cool. So we will be down in Orlando. We're actually doing the Drury over at Universal
Mhm.
for that weekend, this upcoming weekend now, which will be super cool. And yeah, we got a lot of great trips coming up. We got Mickey's Not So Scary. That's going to be happening. We're doing the first opening night of Jollywood Nights. We are
Yay.
doing Thanksgiving at Universal. If you want to check that out, if you want to join live, if you want to check out our Anyone Can Cook segment at home, where we recreate Disney dishes. We also do Mocktail in a Movie every month. This month is going to be Haunted Mansion. Super excited to see that again on Disney Plus.
Yay.
You
Me
can
too.
check out our Patreon group at wonderlandcrew.com. Hit that subscribe button. You get brand new episodes every Tuesday and Friday. And we would all be super thankful if you could please leave us a rating and review.
Because it helps our show grow.
That's all we've got. We'll see you real soon.
Jeremy and Rhonda are more than a little fond of Disney World, so they made this podcast to share it all with you. Reports and resorts, top 10 lists of all sorts, Main Street Magic's bringing it home for you.